Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Been a wee while since the last video. I think it was game week 1 of this current Sorare 26 season when we had the big victory, the biggest victory so far in my 3 years on Sorare. So I thought it's about time to do another video. This is the second international break of the season. So just a quick look back at how Sorare 26 is going for me, where the rewards have come from, a few cards that I've crafted and the sales I've made from those. So just a bit of a snapshot of how the season is going. Really enjoying Sorare this year. The investment, I say investment, the money I put in going into Sorare 26, I basically won all of it back straight away in game week 1. And that's really set me up nicely for the season. I didn't withdraw that money, of course. It's too hard to do that on Sorare when there's shiny new toys that you can buy. So the winnings from this team in game week 1, which was, what was it, $1,500, all that was used basically to set my gallery up for the season in Challenger and Contender, both in rare and limited. So I've got 4 of each, 4 rare contenders, 4 rare challengers. I've got the same in limited. I've got 4 limited Premier League teams as well. I don't bother with rare Premier League, just a bit too pricey for me. And got a bit of a super rare thing going on as well, as you'll know from previous videos. I've got a few budget classic super rares. And I've just recently ventured into in-season super rare. I've just got enough for basically 1 team, maybe 2, and I'll show that over future videos as well. So just going to keep this one short. Going to try and get a few more videos out as well over the next week or 2. Try to get back to a bit more regularity. So on the screen you should be able to see this was the big one, which set us up for the season. First place won by 0.04 points because I had a little bit more XP on some of these players because I boosted them from basically level 1 to level 2, and that made all the difference. So the Austrian guys think that they were one of the first leagues back, and I had a classic Baris Yilmaz as well. Just picked up Baris Yilmaz by pure chance the week before because he had a midweek fixture, and then he ended up playing a huge part in this victory. So that was game week 1. $1,500, 1,000 essence. We then didn't really win too much until, I don't even know what game week this was. It was probably around game week 11 or game week 13. We're going into game week 19 this weekend. I went quite heavy on Hearts to start the season. I like the manager Derek McInnes. I like what Hearts are doing, obviously with Tony Bloom, and they're sitting top. Pretty sure they're top of the Scottish Premiership, ahead of my team Celtic. And this stack in particular, I've basically been running it almost every week. I did have Xander Clark to begin the season. I've got 5 Hearts goalkeepers at this point, but the new German guy came in from Germany, picked up his classic. I always play the 2 centre backs, and I tend to rotate the captaincy between those 2. They both score pretty well. Halkett in particular, I probably like more, but on this occasion, it was Findlay got the armbands. Cammy Devlin in midfield is rock solid, and Shankland is scoring goals again. So this was good enough in Division 2 for a 2nd place finish. Shame it wasn't Division 1, but we can't be there every week. And it was $210 and 500 essence. This Hearts team did help me to get to streak number 4 as well in Challenger, which was $200 at the time. And I'll show you what I spent that money on. It wasn't very well spent, but hopefully for the rest of the season, we will benefit from it. So the Hearts guys have been doing really, really well, as I know many other people are running Hearts stacks. The same game week, I ran the Hearts stack, the exact same Hearts stack in Limited, also in Division 2. Good enough for a 5th place finish. 1,000 limited essence and $42 there as well. As you can see, Findlay captained as well. Just quite like doing that, mirroring what I do in rare at limited as well, because if it hits, you're going to do well in both. Now, as you can see there on the leaderboard, first place that week was Gavin Smith. He's got a Hearts crest. So without even clicking into that, I have a fair idea what his team looks like. So the Hearts guys have been brilliant, and they're probably going to be brilliant throughout the season. No Europe to worry about. They train Monday to Friday. They're ready for every game at the weekend. And so far, no major injuries either. They've got other good options that I don't have. They've got Braga up front. They've got Kizaridis. They've got Harry Milne, who plays... He is a left back, but he's been playing right midfield at times. He takes set pieces. So, yeah, Hearts is a good place to go if you're looking for a new stack for the rest of the campaign. I don't always stack, when I play Sorare, but This one has been particularly good. Next up, this was a contender Division 2 in season. The Schalke lads have been doing quite well for me. Didn't really, go out of my way to pick up a Schalke stack, but Karius has been doing quite well. I ended up selling Karius for a profit and then buying another one back because I just thought that might have been a mistake, and it turned out to be the case. He came back in and he got a clean sheet and 78 points here. Kuricay, the Schalke centre-back, I had him a couple of seasons ago in Sorare when he was at, is it Braunschweig? He was a centre-back. He took penalties back then, but he's doing quite well for AA this season. Karaman up front, I've had him, many times before. Marvin Vanacek, everyone knows who he is if you play contender. Mr. Reliable captain, got the assist in that one. And Schallenberg does okay in the Schalke midfield for AA also. So that was good enough for a 16th place finish, 1-0 victory, and another $26 added to the pot and 500 essence. The next one I've got here. So what I'm doing now is I'm moving on to show you. I've done really well out of crafting cards. I think I'm almost at £600 profit just from this season from crafting cards in the factory. And this was the biggest one. This was Phil Foden. It was the night they did the Champions League special craft. I think they ended up doing 2 nights of it because there was a couple of bugs. And it just happened to be a night where I was picking up a lot of essence rewards. Probably the biggest lump of essence that I won this season just happened to be the night the Champions League craft was on. Now, I don't play Champion or Premier League Rare or anything like that, or League One or La Liga, but I had to gamble. When there's cards there that are worth a lot of money. Used a couple of clues. I think for Phil Foden it was I used the best 5 clue, and I think I did have league and nationality as well. So I think I splurged almost everything, and I was left with 5 choices. England Premier League just seemed worth a gamble. I was thinking about Saka and players like that. So Phil Foden popped out, and 3 days later I sold him for £263. Now that is, that's as good as a craft you can get, and then selling them on. So again, that £263 just went towards, buying more contender challenger players, because there's no point in me having a Phil Foden, and I don't like him anyway because minutes is everything when it comes to Sorare. You don't want to be sweating over team sheets on a high profile player like Phil Foden. So that was the best craft so far, but there's been some other good ones as well. Quite early on, I crafted a Schlager, the Salzburg goalkeeper. Was tempted to keep him because he fits into my strategy, but I thought £125, I will take that all day long and reinvest it into the gallery. We also picked up another goalkeeper, Adam Stechskal, who also plays in Austria. Got £45 for him. He really doesn't score well. Let me see if I can just show you. Can you see that? Yeah, as you can see there, he very rarely hits green scores. So I was never going to keep him anyway. So just took the money and ran. Next up, we had Gabri Vega from Porto. That was another very exciting win. Didn't get as much as I would have liked for him, but again, £47. It all adds up. And like I said, close to £600 altogether in crafts. Lewis Binks, another one. I think he plays in Denmark. Again, just wasn't really keen. Didn't know too much about him. Stuck him on the market and got myself £25 there. And then moving away from the crafts, this was the Challenger. I got Challenger streak number 4 when they were boosted. So I won $200. Pretty sure it was streak 4, yeah. Wasn't it streak 4 for 200? And straight away I went out and I bought Alistair Johnston, £203. I would never spend that kind of money on a card, but because it was a reward, $200 reward from the streak, I said go and get one of my favorite players, one of the best scorers in Challenger. And then straight away, first game, I think it was the first game I used him, he got injured. It might have been 2 or 3 days later. So I haven't even been able to use this card yet, but he is back very, very soon. And essentially, in my mind, I got him for free because it was a streak reward. So hopefully, over the course of the rest of the season, Alistair Johnston will contribute to more rewards. Before I finish up on this quick video, I'll just show you what the Super Rare Classics have been up to. Again, it's very much a Hearts focus. Way back June, July, when Super Rare prices were very, very low, I picked up the likes of Stuart Findlay for £10. I think Craig Halkett was 15. Cammy Devlin was £15. Shanklin, I think, was 25. Will Ferry was a tenner. And I think Mark O'Hara was a tenner as well. It's only recently I picked up the goalkeeper because, you know, he only joined Hearts late in the transfer window and took a game or two to get his place. I think I spent £70 roughly on the goalkeeper there, Swallow as well. And this was the closest they have come to a big game week. There was a DNP here, Mark O'Hara. It wasn't known before the deadline, just kind of a last minute DNP for St Mirren. Will Ferry, who has been really good this season, but Dundee United went down 2-0. Looks like Kilmarnock that week. Kind of an unexpected result there. But apart from that, the Hearts guys, that was the same game week. Was that the same game week? Yeah, the 3-0 victory over Falkirk, I think it looks like there. So that could have been massive. And I'm confident that before the season is out, this Heart stack, and I've got a couple of other classics to go with it from Austria, like Baumgartner, Andrade. I've got Ole Selnes from Norway. I've got actually a Rio Hatate classic as well, but he hasn't done much so far this season. So I'm quite enjoying the Moneyball approach to the classic super rares. I don't buy any more classics now. I've got what I have. Some weeks it's one team, some weeks it's two. Depends how many in-season super rare teams I can get out. So it's usually 3 in total. But we've just been slowly building up the essence. For example, here we got 250 essence for this effort. And we've managed 1 craft so far. Obviously, the super rare crafts are very exciting because if you hit it right, you could make a lot of money on selling that card, and then obviously that would either be withdrawn. I am going to try and start withdrawing my winnings from now on because at some point I need to get away from this game. I'm enjoying it too much at the moment, but I do want to be more disciplined with reward withdrawals. I'll do another video on the gallery in a couple of days' time just to show you how it's set up for the rest of the season. But basically, I'm done with buying cards now. My gallery is well primed for the rest of the season. I don't need to go out and buy anything more, really. I think what I've got can be pretty, successful this year. But this super rare craft, I think no clues were used. Just went in random, went in blind, and picked up the backup Salzburg keeper. So you remember I picked up Schläger as a rare craft, and I picked up his backup, which is an 18-year-old. I won't try and say his name. We're just going to call him Christian. Rookie card, 18-year-old. He has been on the bench, so it looks like he might be second choice. Which again, if there's an injury to Schläger at any point, then this could be a card that will make me a few bob, or could even be used with my Scottish in-season card. So it wasn't the most overwhelmingly amazing win, but again, this guy has been sold for. You see his chart there. Some people paid 250 quid for this guy back in August. I know it's early August. The most recent sale was 50 quid. I've got him listed for 100. I don't really expect him to sell. I might even just stick him in the vault and just hope there's an injury to Schläger. I'm pretty sure Schläger got injured last year, or maybe it was the season before. So I probably need to do some digging to see if he's an injury-prone goalkeeper, and maybe just keep my powder dry on this guy. So yeah, I've got him listed for I think £95 or £100. I won't lower it. I'll just leave him listed long term, and hopefully at some point someone comes along who wants the backup keeper, snaps him up. Or better still, he does get a run of games in the starting team, and then we can hopefully make a good profit on him. So I'll leave it there for this video, folks. Just a quick snapshot of how the season is going. It's going really well. Really enjoying the game. And like I say, I'll come back hopefully in the next couple of days with another video. We'll show you what the gallery looks like and maybe what the teams are looking like for this upcoming weekend. It's going to be good to have the football back after the second international break. I think I'm going for streak number 3 in Contender this week. So what's that, $100 now, I think it is. So I've got 4 strong lineups going out for that. So hopefully we can hit that one and then withdraw the winnings and not buy any more cards. But we know how hard that is with this fantastic game. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, folks, and make sure you hit subscribe. There will be more videos coming, and I'll talk to you all very soon.